Dan, let's start off by talking about how you got your start in the oil and gas industry.
Sure. So I started my career at Lehman Brothers and then GSC Group as a generalist in corporate credit. So I got my basic credit training, but I didn't have any certain industry expertise. I got to Apollo just about 10 years ago and picked up a portfolio of names that included 1 or 2 oil and gas names, 1 or 2 power names, some industrials, a couple others. I was still a generalist at the time, but I really enjoyed working on the energy names, building my first NAV model. It was a challenge. I like challenges. It was learning a new language. And about a year after that, we decided we wanted to get into the direct lending business within oil and gas. And for me, I saw a pretty interesting opportunity, and Apollo fosters that entrepreneurial type of opportunity set. And so I stuck my hand out and said, I want to be a part of that. And as we built out a Houston office and built out a team, I tried to get as close to that position as possible. And through that, 9 years later, 10 years total at Apollo, we have a pretty robust franchise across both private equity and credit. And I'm really proud to be part of that team.
Any advice that you have for younger professionals, really trying to find their way?
Sure. I think that the advice I have for younger guys and gals getting into this business is to dig in as much as you can, work hard, put in the extra time. It's worth it. It'll pay dividends later on. I can't stress enough that in a tough industry like this, highly capital intensive, highly cyclical, is as good a breeding ground as you can get for learning how to learn credit analysis, understand risk and mitigants. This is as good as it gets for a young person to learn quite a bit.
Dan, are there any industry trends that you're seeing right now that you can share with us?
Yeah, it's a industry that's at this time in a little bit of stress. There's a lot of question around, are we generating positive returns for our equity in this market? Has there been a good return on capital throughout the last couple of cycles? And I think we need to be better stewards of capital. I think we need to be more judicious. And the current mantra of generating free cash flow may bring back the equity shareholders that have left the system. It may not. And so I think we need to be adjusting to a new paradigm. We're pretty excited about this opportunity. Our biggest deployment year was 2016, and I think that this is setting up to be a pretty busy 2020 for us on the lending side. And as the banks start to tighten up on capital and as the capital markets remain shut for issuers, I think this is a time when our type of alternative capital becomes most interesting.
And with that very busy time, do you have any advice on maintaining a work-home life balance? Tricky question, of course, but is there something that works for you, whether you find that it's routine, working out, anything you can share there?
I think balance is important. It's hard to do in this business, and a business that can be somewhat seasonal like this, when we're busy, the work comes first, but you always make time for family. For me, I do a pretty good job of trying to work from home on evenings and weekends such that I can spend time with my son. And, I get out and play golf and ski and do whatever I can when I have time. And the nature of the business is sometimes you cancel trips, cancel outings, but otherwise you try to maintain that balance.
Well, we really appreciate you sharing your story with us, and congratulations on this honor.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And for more on honorees and industry leaders like Dan, you can find that on heartenergy.com.